Welcome on back everyone to ToD Warhammer 3 and part 6 of our Tamurkhan Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we are here for the Siege of NULN. We are going to either crack this puppy open like a rotten egg, or we are going to fall, and Tamurkhan will have to come back and try again. We shall be trying to trade out this slightly pustulent cleaver for one that is much more blessed by, I guess, Hashut, because it is designed by the Chaos Dwarves. So let's go ahead and take one final look at the map here. We have a first set of Imperial soldiers, second one across the river there, and likely the gunnery school, all the way in the back coming on in with all of the Outriders. This is going to be an absolute brutal slog through here. Most important targets for us to deal with are definitely going to be the steam tank. I don't even think the Empire Knights are really going to pose that much of an issue. Definitely going to be the volley gun steam tank, the three Hellstorm rocket batteries, and the 2 grenade launcher units. Everything else we should have no real problem dragging on down into the ground. Let's see if they have more reinforcements that are hiding in the wings that are not shown here. Onward to the Siege of NULN.
Mighty host of Nurgle, NULN awaits us! Once the wriggling worms beside the river are all dead, we'll march on their precious little city. First, we pulverize their flesh. Then we will have our choice of crossings. Left bridge, right bridge, whichever we pick, it will be futile to resist us. The cowards think their rockets will stop us, but we will crush their little machines and grind the mewling spawn into paste. And more of the Empire's toys await us across the bridge, mounted by beady eyes. I will take pleasure in blacking them out. Then to the city and its fodder. I am sure the garrison is eager for an audience with the Maggot Lord. My great conquest is finally at hand. NULN and its souls mine for the taking. Gifts worthy of my rise to demonhood.
Yeah, it's time to upgrade to, I guess, Maggoty Demon Prince? We shall. So we'll go ahead and grab our units here. So I think what I'm going to try to do is keep our Chaos Dwarves all together. I do have a few names up on the board as well as some backstories for them there. So I've got the Engineers of Hashut being some of our blunderbuss teams here that are pretty much in charge of keeping the Nurglings in Tamurkhan's gigantic warhost away from the Iron Demon that we have, which I think is quite fun. That would be absolutely a full-time job. Nurglings are a mess. They like to be quite mischievous, so they would be a nightmare to keep away from our war machines. We'll have Doombolt come and set with them as well. His job will be blowing up the chaff, while the other lads, I guess, destroy these war wagons. That bonus versus large is going to mean they're going to go down rather quickly. Let's have all of the Chaos Dwarves in one group there, with Ezar leading their legions. Then we'll have Tamurkhan and the rest of the, the elite force, or the rest of the commanders. We'll take the Bile Trolls with this group, Rock Knights, and the Famir Warriors, and then the single entity monsters. Kasich with his Rot Knights. And then we will have them approach from this other flank here. Having all Vanguard deploy is great. At least we get to do whatever we want. In this battle, it's not quite as impactful. Oh, we can't deploy up the hill here. Okay, interesting. Guess not. Trying to keep you from being too cheeky with the flanks.
Virulent warfare!
Them all here together, and we'll have Tamurkhan with this group. Tamurkhan here. Let's do the Great Axe Warriors. Spread them out a little bit. We'll have the Thunderguff taking the fire from the war wagons if we can help it. Our units being incredibly expendable. We'll do Bile Trolls and then the Man-Eaters. So we'll do Bile Trolls behind Our Plague Ogres off on the other side. And we'll do the Gangrenous Gorers ready to assist the Chaos Dwarves, I think. So Beast of Nurgle, Chaos Toad, and then the other two heroes in the center. The Mirdorak will be great for a initial cast of Penumbral Pendulum, so we'll go ahead and just start off with one of those. Enjoy, Imperials. Move up to start firing on the individual units. You blast the war wagons in the back. Oh, looks like we have some friends coming out of the woods there. Give them the pepper hug. Alright, everyone else, go ahead and move forward. Go smush you whatever you can. Imperial fodder. Here comes more grenadiers from the other parts of the woods there. We'll send in Isaac to stop them. You should just crash in and get all of the damage. The explosions there mostly dealing death blows to their own friendlies. And we can just go for a Pandemicium back here on the Hellstorm rocket batteries, can't we? They're extremely out of range. We'll go ahead and try to spread the gap here. Enjoy. So many of these guys are already shattered. And the Nurglings explode from the garden, taking out 2 of the units right off the bat. That is glorious. Having access to a few more flyers would probably be pretty useful there for dealing with them. Shotguns move up. We're gonna have all of our, I guess, ranged units moving up one side, while all of the missile guys go up the other bridge. But up there, Champion of Chaos, we have completely annihilated this first group. Let's get Tamurkhan and the other Toad Dragon ready to lead the charge across. Mirdorak, where are you at? We're gonna need your Penumbral Pendulum, Beast, Nurgly boys up front, and then the Rot Knights moving on over. Beautiful. Make sure no more Outriders come out of the woods there. That was kind of a strange approach. Oh, speaking of, here they come. Oh yeah, 2 whole units. Look at that. You go ahead and try to stop whatever you can there. Shotgun or train, come on back just so you can kind of hit lads. They come across the bridge there. Outriders getting some free shots in the back of our Rot Knights, which is lame. You guys should stop that immediately. Isle Trolls, you are getting exploded by rockets. Come on back. Same thing, the Warriors of Nurgle, just come on back away from the... This Outriders got annihilated. It's Outrider season. Doom Train, you should be able to duel them pretty well. Alright, Trolls, what's going on here? I gave you a direct order to retreat. Now you're going to likely flee off the map. Tamurkhan, you come on up front. Other Toad Dragon, you do kind of the same. Just stand there and be intimidating. Dodge those rockets where you can, guys. Thank you kindly. In fact, for your transgressions, here comes another Pandemicium. I'll just hit this unit here, right in the center. Glorious. We'll just see the health bar evaporate. And now we send in the boys. So you stay back, but Kaizek, you smash in here. Where is Mirdorak? I know I asked you to advance. There's lots of orders that are being ignored here by our guys. Thunderguff, go ahead and smash in here. For some reason they are together. Isaac, you come back around after these war wagons. Outriders keep coming back. One volley should see them retreating for the hills. You guys move up. Line rifles move up. So we'll just have part of the craze move in and start dealing as much damage to the archers in the back line as you can. Alright, get into those handguns. Let's go for the Overcast Umbral Pendulum. Tamurkhan go back this way. Other Toad Dragon hit the Outriders. We'll sit in the boys. I guess they've got a single unit still firing. What we'll do is we'll have the Rot Knights go after them. Rot Knights, move in, smash this first group. Isaac, you're already in. Glorious. Drop their melee defense, because we'll have you go after the... We'll try. Have you go after the steam tank here next. Having a glorious snack. We don't want to use any of our portal glyph just yet. Tamurkhan, actually, if you can just come on back and go after the Hellstorm rocket batteries, you and the other Toad. Incredibly heavy. Nothing's really going to be able to stop them from doing what they want. Let's have them do that. Giant, you go duel the steam tank, and then the bees can go after the engineer. Should be an easy route. From your warriors, you deal with the crossbows. The two come on in here after these knights. Back to Rot Knights can do the same. Glorious. Mirdorak, get up here. We need your Umbral Pendulums. They are fantastic at ripping apart infantry groups. Shotguns have taken a bit of free fire there. Hate to see it. Doom Train, what are you doing? Get up here. Got one more Pandemicium. We should probably save it. Tamurkhan's annihilating the artillery team.
Tamurkhan!
Ubebelos is hungry. Our Beastmen allies join us. The gifts they bring will empower our forces. We get allies, do we? That must have been for dealing with the artillery team. Sweet.
Maggot Lord!
That works for me. Now let's go ahead and drop some heals on our blunderbusses. They're in the middle of lots of fire. I guess it's Tamurkhan by himself dealing with the artillery detachment. Yep, that's a terrifying charge. Here come the Rot Knights. He's already in, so no unspeakable foulness here. We'll try to get some over here on these spears, but man, it doesn't really matter, does it? His charge through, if you get the animation going, it does blend right through those infantry. What we have is not fighting, so let's get them in. Go in hands with the tank. Go ahead and slow that tank down. Nurglish warriors versus great swords. Doom Train, come on back a little bit here. Normal blunderbusses are having some issues, so we'll have them sprint across. And laser rifle, just take shots where you can. And the Beastmen are here. Where's the garrison force from NULN? Tamurkhan is just absorbing the rifle fire. Rot Knights, get in there. Ooh, those health bars. They are temporary. Toad Dragon, come on back. We're getting a little bit too far extended. Our great weapon warriors are taking quite a bit of damage here. Drop a pendulum through this way. Please get in here and help. Doombolt's guard are getting chopped up. Isaac, let's get your melee defense drop on these guys. I need you scream in my ear. Yeah, speak to me, Isaac. You are nightmare incarnate. We'll do heals on Doombolt's guards as they're struggling the most. Blunderbuss units, you can come on up. Get ready for whatever reinforcements are coming our way. Here come the Beastmen. What color scheme do these Moo Moo Cows of Death bring? Oh, they're just kind of a steel color. Sad, but not to be unexpected. With Death Wizard, respect. Let's go ahead and pull you guys away as we drop into Pandemicium. Right as... well, that didn't work at all. I guess we'll find out where it shows up. Over here? Okay, then. I guess I deserve that. Other Toad Dragon, you come on in. Let's get some more unspeakable foulness. We need everyone getting over here right away. Immigriff Knights, they need a hug. That is an insanely strong breast bell. Let's go deal with the Hawkland Long Rifles. Toad Dragon, go ahead and turn and unleash. I said turn and unleash your unspeakable foulness into this group of great swords. get some lovely pendulum through the back there. This Cygor annihilated the Hippogriff Knights with the help of our shotguns. We're now getting rushed. Guys, go ahead and rush away while the other shotguns can do the work. They'll be fine. It's open season. Hey, you Demigriffs better run. Come on, Blunderbusses, don't fail me this time. Festigors are back here in the back doing absolutely nothing. Bring them on in. Bubebelos is having her. I guess we're gonna name this ToD Dragon Princess. Having a bad time. We're gonna let it retreat and allow our Gores to file in and do some work for us. Isaac, let's go forward. Overcast Melkoth on this poor fool. Actually, before we unleash the unspeakable foulness, let's grab some Furies to chase off this Death Mage. Then we unspeakable foulness. I said, then we unspeakable foulness. Heal up our ogres that are in the middle of this fighting. And we just watch the nightmare unfold. Nurgle's blessings upon you, Null Knights. You should have run while you had the chance. The General falls. Yeah, he got absolutely gang smashed here by this group of Nurgly boys. Bad time. Victory, Tamurkhan. Although that seems a little bit too easy. Alright, back. Jumped up to grab a refill on the old coffee. I'm out of Death Wish, so we're just down to some gross normie mud water, which is unfortunately quite nasty. The incubation of captives probably is the best way here. Well, you know what, we'll take the extra favor. That was disgustingly easy. Marius, do better. Would have been probably a little bit... I don't know how they... I mean, they've never really done this except for with the Zanbai Jin battle, where it is that Archaon shows up to stop you from claiming the souls there at the altar of Zanbai Jin. Would have been great to see that kind of happen with either Elspeth or Malachi showing up to stop you there. Unless there's another final battle that we're yet to see. Let's grab the gold. Plague Ship Captain Gain for winning a battle. A Skeptic? Medicines are for the birds, they only make you worse. So we've got also a Nurglish Zealot. And then the Black Cleaver, so I guess that was the play on the anti-vaxxers. So gifted to him by the Chaos Dwarves of the Black Mountains, the grayish fumes produced when this weapon is swung are foully poisonous, which pleases the Magalord greatly. A lovely heap of buffs, as well as an activated ability that is going to be buffing our entire squad around Tamurkhan. And then make him immune to contact effects. He is a terrifying force now. That's that. 10,000 favor, the Black Cleaver, and 7 more dominance, which does allow us to get another chieftain. Looky there. We could get ourselves another ToD Dragon, but let's get ourselves an additional offender. I think I heard quite a few calls for Grukmur Threehorn, so it's a little late, but Grukmur has arrived. Welcome our Nurgly Bray Shaman. How do we increase your fealty? Purchasing chieftain units, defeating vampire counts, coast or tomb kings. Oh, so it's gonna be a long haul to upgrade your fealty. We've brought you along because we want to. So I think if anything, we're gonna be separating Famir Durak and Grukmur and having them join their own force. Old and beaten down by time, Grukmur is a Bray Shaman born of the most wild and terrible magic. Countless scars have made a tarnished canvas of his skin, marking him as a surviving veteran of more battles than he ever hoped to be a part of. Such endless tribulations have left him drained by fear and the weariness of ages. Yet Grukmur once again finds himself dragged into combat by the braying of his kin. Well, he's like the special forces guy that keeps getting dragged back in. He wants to be exiled out in the mountains. The government shows up. They march to war on the sweet promise of slaughter and meat. If Grukmur hopes to avoid the ire of his betters, he has no choice but to rush into battle beside them. He fights, albeit hesitantly. Oh man, you are proper nasty even for a Bray Shaman. So you've got the Man-Hater. We can boost up income from raiding by 20%, which is a hefty margin, and then extra Nurgly corruption from raiding stance. That's quite fun. Cool, what are your other skills there? He's a Wild Bray Shaman. The Reeking Talisman gives us more spell resistance, and then Summons of Cygors. Calling all mutants, extra diplomatic relations with beastmen. More Bite. Gives our Warhounds, Plague Toads, Beasts of Nurgle, and Chaos Furies, and Rotflies more charge bonus and weapon strength. More Bark, some more physical resistance for, looks like Beastmen and Norskin units, as well as those Beasts of Nurgle. And of course the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth as well, cool. For resistance and armor. And then you also get the Flock of Doom bound spell. It's like 4 of them. Vital Mount being a Razor Gourd Chariot, it's pretty dang solid. I will usually keep them on foot though, because I just tend to get anyone on a chariot slain. Rehorn gives him more corruption in adjacent provinces and in his own. Fearing being crushed by Tamurkhan, the Three-Horn spreads Nurglish corruption to appease the Urfather's favored one. He's just here because he's terrified. Poor Gruckmer. Oh, welcome all the same, fella. We'll get Devolve, Bestial Surge, because Devolve's actually incredibly strong. At least it is on SFO. I might be confusing it with the SFO version, which also is going to deal damage. So we'll go ahead and take Devolve and not upgrade it. We'll grab Bestial Surge and Traderkin, which is the strong one. This is the area damage per second. So slows lads down. Love to see it. Traderkin, upgrade, and then we'll just grab up to Evasion. Get Mantle of Gorok.
For the ToD dragon.
I will admit to being quite behind still on beast spells. Weapon damage, melee attack, but less armor. So it's like a berserk spell. And even Overcast is really not that expensive. Well, actually it is, by a lot. That's an extreme boost. For how much more damage? It just lasts for about double the duration. I guess it would then cost about double the wins, that makes sense. We can summon in Cygors. Cool. Oh, Gruckmer. Tamurkhan doesn't actually have need of you right now. So let's have you and Ketzak come on out. And you might be heralds for the time being. Well, we don't really need to have Gruckmer in our force for now anyway. We'll have him run around and steal technology for us. And then as soon as we have the income under our belt to actually get an additional army, that one will be led by, I think, our Chaos Sorcerer Lord. Or just our normal Chaos Melee Lord, and then Gruckmer and the Mirdarak. Rolling all as one there. Alright, let's come on over and steal some tech from the Demon Prince. Tamurkhan, we should have gained a few skill points from our victory there at NULN. Puppet Tyrant giving us more stuff for the Plague Ogres. Still not something I'm going to go for yet. We will eventually. Let's go ahead and grab Unbreakable for ToD Dragon since we have some, and also a couple extra uses for Unspeakable Foulness. If I do manage to maintain my Bloodlust and not just send them straight into melee, that is an incredibly strong breath attack. Then we'll come on up, grab Renowned and Feared. Start working down his... I guess we'll finish off the yellow line, then we can get the... But he's got a pretty strong... Yeah, just the Mortis engine effect. So on top of being on a giant angry dragon, we'll also wound those around him. So let's equip the Black Cleaver on up. Then find someone else to equip a Plague Flail.
Nurgle's champion, master of hosts.
Gargan, you can give yourself a Plague Flail. 10% more weapon strength is always good, and then the ability just to have a smaller ward save, but it's a ward save all the same, so anyone fighting him is going to be weakened and whittled down over time. We'll pass out a few of these. I think we want the Skeptic over here with the counter since he's defending home territory. So let's take off, I'd say, the Poisoner here and grab ourselves a Skeptic. Insert the anti-vaxxers.
Fodder for the ToD dragons.
Fodder for the ToD dragons. We'll grab an Earthing Rod for you because it's better than the Scroll of Leeching. Gambler's Armor, just so you've got a little bit more protection, and then Dawnstone over the anti-fire gem. That will do. Oh, we actually managed to turn our income around. Crazy. Alright, Kasich. Time to get the Slaughter Them All. Argon. Our friend Bonker. Which sounds way more Slaneshi than it should. Hail for Generation, Cutting Power for Famir Durak, and then we'll also grab that final point into Replenish Troops. Glorious.
Our host grows as our enemies fall.
As our enemies fall. Let's give Azar some more bullets. He definitely is actually running out quite often in his battles here.
Maggot Lord.
Then we did just peace out with Daniel the Demon Prince, or Kevin the Demon Prince.
I am elevated beyond mortal pleasures, but I will take joy in
We got 8 more turns before we can do this without losing our reliability, which is still annoyingly something we don't want to do. So what we will do instead with Tamurkhan is probably rotate down to start getting into a fight with the Dawi Zar. We could push through Evan's lands to go find other factions past to fight. Or we could just come on over and start raiding his lands too. Just being an absolute menace. Another Toad Dragon for his army. And we got some really good emergency units here. And then what has been recruited on up. So we've got more Plague Ogres. And Plague Ogres over what? I actually think the Beast of Nurgle is going to end up finding a new home, since it is still a demon and it's not one of our chieftain units. Same thing with Thunderguff. But I don't just want to get rid. Well, he'll come back in 10 turns, so I will get rid of Thunderguff. I want this to be a chieftain only army, so even you, Beast, Gold Chevron you are, but we don't need you anymore. We don't want to play with you anymore. Bring in the Plague Ogres. Great, so now we need names for these ogres. We've got double rank on both. They have equal weapon strength, but a lot more charge bonus on the great weapon guys. They actually lose melee attack. Gaining defense, weirdly enough. Huh. Well, that works. Besides that, they're about the same unit.
Son of the sickly winds.
Alright, sickly winds. Let's move on down in March stance.
With ice lackeys.
To maybe threaten the Tower of Torment.
We spread like pox.
Howling Citadel will be upgraded in 3 turns. I don't know that the AI is able to actually break the rules and go to war with you early, but we'll find out, won't we? I love that Grimgore sitting up here. Zatan, you are way overextending, my friend. What a bad idea. Well then, we're going to come on the other side of Challenge Stone. In an ambush stance, of course. Trying to catch some of these greenskins out on the field. Although, we would... Yeah, Grimgore has no way of making it, so it would have to be just Kraka. Iris, you join up.
Let our feet blister.
3 less. We'll add the Toad Dragon in as soon as we're able here. This army is strangely uncoordinated. It's bothering me. I saw a 0 here for a second, so we actually got some Rot Knights available to us as well. Or is it just telling us we've already recruited 1 out of a certain number? Okay, yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. This is how many we have in the pool. This is how many we've recruited. Makes sense to me. After it didn't for a while. 5 more turns there. I'd rather not wait. Let's grab the upgrade to Dragon's Death, and then we'll get... Ooh, that's a tough call. Our control is maxed out over here, so let's just grab more growth. And we can swap it for a military building maybe later on. 5 growth. Let's actually grab a military building now. The Tamurkhan really specializes in his infantry. Let's start working down the chosen path. That way we can replace our normal Chaos Warriors with the Chosen at some point. Boy, we do have those names to add on in. Tamurkhan, come here. So this Toad Dragon, named to Princess, royal as she is. And then we've got the Engineers of Hashut for the more elite. Shut. And then lastly, we have the Champions of the Rotblood tribe. So I'm actually going to change out Doombolt's Guard for the Champions of the Rotblood tribe, which are what you'd expect. They're Norskins that I think follow. They are mostly following followers of Nurgle, and these are their best fighters. We've decided on up with Tamurkhan on his quest to destroy NULN, which we have already completed. Go ahead and throw in the Nurglish district here at the Valerie. They've got a lot of gold. I like to spend it. And let's come on back down to Tamurkhan. And I will go ahead and break our non-aggression pact with these guys. Oh, we gotta wait 4 turns. I will. Wait 4 turns, and then we'll break the non-aggression pact with you. I'd like to fight me some Chaos Dwarves. And we can't have them generate too much value for themselves. Tamurkhan must be the king of all.
What have you to say to the Master of Hosts?
Do you want more deals? A defensive alliance. Man, we could have so many Dawi friends. He doesn't like treaties with the Warhost of Zar? Well, get on out of here then. We'll let Zatan pick through the ashes of your empire. Knowledge must be shared. Chaos Dwarf contingent in your camp keeps mostly to itself. That makes sense. That's why we were deploying them on campaign too, refusing to share the knowledge of its technology among their inquisitive allies, much to Ketzak Famirdarak's chagrin. Now the Famirdarak petition. Oh, that's his title. Really? Petitions for a change of circumstance. He claims there is much he could do for your cause if only he had access to the fabled industrial knowledge. We could side with Famirdarak, giving us more research rate and fealty. Knowledge is a weapon, and it's always better to be armed. Or we could sign with Doombolt. Give us more ammunition? Gross, we're siding with Ketzak. Sorry, Doombolt, you're just getting bullied left and right here. Red Plague, success, so Grimgor's got himself a nasty plague. Zatan, that is very brave of you. Oh, he's got a plague too. Whoops. Well, turns out you can't control cholera. Ooh, Bilious Glyphs, awesome. More cults. The fact that it's here with you guys is also great. Let's go ahead and just grab the Plague Cult Refuge. Anytime they have this one activated, always a good option. And I wonder if cults remain if you claim the settlement. We'll have to find out. I've never actually had the opportunity. Alright, Tamurkhan. We could also come on across the sea here and start fighting Malachi, but that would put us on the off foot for betraying Kevin, which we may have to go ahead and do. We'll just drop into raiding stance then. I'll check to see if there's any more units. I might like one more squad of Bile Trolls, although having one as a toolbox unit that is dropping melee defense while also using the Famir to drop armor is a pretty good combo. And truth be told, we don't really need this many Chaos Dwarves, but it's what we're doing. If anyone's going to get removed for another Chieftain unit, it'll likely be these Plague Ogres. Really like the Pesticores. Tamurkhan's army might already be set up for us. We'll just replace these 2 Axe Champions with the Chosen. I guess we're going to remove Famirdarak, so that'll open up one more spot for us. We'll probably just keep... Actually, we'll probably just keep Kaizik and Ezar in the same group. I wonder if you don't have those same party dilemmas if they're not all together. Things to find out. Let's come on down here and start raiding from Evan's goofy self. Steal his technology as well. I call him Kevin because Kevin was the name of my very first Demon Prince. And that's why the name has followed us since. Unclean Copes here at the Writhing Fortress. Before I pull the trigger on that, though, let's come on back over to Zanbaijin. Going to be a few turns, and at the Challenge Stone, we did just grab the upgrade to the Dragon's Death instead. So over here at the Writhing Fortress, we'll go for that Unclean Copes. Glorious. And everything else here is also just slowly ticking on up. Works for me. Do as much raiding as we possibly can. Gargan. We'll have you. Do we have any of your uniques I haven't grabbed just yet? Aura of Chaos is more missile resistance. No, I think we want more Blade Shield. The better they can hold their own at a duel, the better they are serving Nurgle. So can we just go ahead and deal with Kraken to Crusher? What does his army consist of? Our guys are just very scary. We don't have the most intimidating of death spells. Refuse, do you? I want to come on in and fight this battle. I think we might be able to cycle charge them right out of existence. But then Grimgor can turn around. No, he can't. Scoliosis? Let's go for it. Alright, we can just give them this one to the auto-resolve. Yeah, there's nothing really scary coming in. A couple of Orc Era Boys and Goblin Era Boys are no threat. Auto-resolve would be very unkind to us, though. Raiden Camp gives them 5 more melee defense. Let's see if it matters. Okay, so they've given us honestly, a beautiful choke point to use here. We'll start deployment, and we'll get our lads rushing on over towards between these two rocks here. We'll have you set up at the center, just behind the two beasts. Everything that dies in combat, the Chaos War Shrine is going to be healing our lads even more, which is just as fantastic as you'd expect. The Toad Swarm for dueling with Squig Herd. Those poor squigs are about to get annihilated. We definitely need to get, I think, Premier Durak over here, because he's the one that's going to be buffing up. Or is it the Bray Shaman? Yeah, so we'll bring the Bray Shaman and Premier Durak over to join up with the counter. Papa Scoliosis himself. We'll have the unit of Nurglings off to the side. We could have them deploy all the way up front. But I don't really like that idea very much. Warhounds to be the initial fodder for our toads, and then we'll have the trolls hiding in the woods. You 3 up front. Cultist is on a horse. We'll have him kind of deployed off to the side. And then the anti-war boss. There is no way the war boss can handle a Nurgly exalted champion in combat. It'd be a bad time. Then all the beasts. You're what I would consider our infantry. Alright then. Let's get it started. Everyone here, come on down to our choke point. Here comes the Wah. You're the most unconcerned. Alright, let's get the lads moving on in. I'll have the flies. See if we can't find those moon howlers. That's a perfect target for them. And Durkit Squigs over here. Let's go ahead and have all of the toads go wide. With one of the units of hounds. What say you now, greenskins?
Plague and filth.
Be one from getting around them.
Rot bag.
Hounds can keep moving around wide as well. I'm just gonna have all 4 of my toad teams, which are not all here. Let them all go smash the same Orc Boy unit on the side here. Let's have this group of dogs kind of rush around, make the units think that's where they're going, and then we'll have flies go up and over the top. Or will we? Get in there, toads. Just one unit of orc boys. Then some night goblins in the back. No real concern. I like that some of the toads just decided not to follow orders. That's my favorite. And overcast some Spirit Leech on Kraka. Kraka to Krumpa. We're using the flies to keep units back. The hounds too. They don't really want to get side charged. Rather than we'll bring the toads away. Keep moving there, flies. That was really pitiful damage even for 4 units to hit 1 unit of orc boys. We're not going to want to continue that attack there. Let's use them as a flanker. Come on, orcs, you know you want to approach. Flies, this is your chance. Squigs might try to intervene, but we'll gotta keep some hounds nearby. I tried to bring the Moon Howlers back, we'll just hit both units that way there. Neither one going to be doing much. Hound dogs fall back. That's fine damage there in this unit. Make sure these Moon Howlers are not moving intercept. Got 25 more magic. Go ahead and drop another Spirit Leech here. He's not miscasting, which is great. Fall back here with the trolls. We don't want the enemy to... I want them to flank these guys just fine, because our Beasts of Nurgle are actually unflankable. As soon as one of these two light cavalry are exposed, they are doomed. Bring the toads back one more time here. Flanking is not going to save them. And here they come. As soon as they get their lads past their archers, that is when we pounce. Otherwise, the Black Orcs are going to tear apart our units. Flies we drop in will not survive for long. The grenade's already away. Make sure those are going into the Black Orcs if we can help it. Beast, you come on in. Let's make sure our hero is also dueling with you. Stay nearby. We'll all duel them together. Get the Spirit Leech going down. Alright, there we go. Toads keep falling back. They want to pursue, that's fine by me. They're scared off. Let's go ahead and bring the flies over. And the brawl commences. Beast, we want you in the middle here, that way we're charging up as much of the healing as possible. Trolls go get this unit. Oh, they're just gonna swarm in with the orc boys. It's a good strategy. Let's hit the unit that's already weakened. We're going to help out with these gobbos in the front line. Can't get too far away from, otherwise they're gonna get shamacked. Bring the flies away. Or try and go ahead and wade on in. Howlers are done, city. Go ahead and cause terror on pretty much anyone. We'll go ahead and save that though. We'll make sure that the enemy lord is not escaping. Hounds, those really good damage and poison application. Get away from there. Same thing with the trolls. Alright, toads, use that mass to come on through. A lot of damage. Their leadership is pretty pitiful. Drop the heals on the Frolickers Bubonic. Get your axe whirling. Anyone you chop up is good for us. picks up the leadership on you guys. Still gonna pursue the hounds. Interesting strategy. Go ahead and hit them with the hounds and then the trolls at the same time. Oh, really good charge on both sides, I guess. Toads are having a terrible time. Well, I do love the Plague Toads. They are just not a good unit. They become much better when they have a rider, though. Spirit Leech on the Black Orcs to get a little bit more damage on them. Those boys got absolutely smushed. We're gonna lose Toads in droves here. Well played, Orcs. Those are just not very hungry. We'll let them go as well. I'm not gonna worry about microing and try to save them. Hit different parts of the line here. Stooges, come on, back in. We need the hounds to retreat a bit there. They're not great at fighting for any length of time whatsoever. I mean, all of our important guys are staying in and doing the thing. Can have leadership break. Let's go ahead and get that fixed up on you guys there. If we get the orcs to rout, see a lot of them fleeing all at the same time here. Rest in peace, Battletoads. Go ahead and deal up the Frogger's Bubonic one more time. Flies, get out of the fighting so I can send you back in. Hit that group that's already wavering. Actually, let's go ahead and hit this flank that's already wavering. The more of their own boys they see fleeing, the more the troops are gonna run for the hills. Keep zapping the Black Orcs there. By far their most scary unit. Lead it to the flies that are currently tossing hands out of combat and the others back in. Trolls go after these Night Goblins. That should be an easy roundup for you. Whatever we can force to rout. There's another one. We get this whole blob running. This one may not even make it into combat. Flies keep going for ones that are breaking and running. That way we can actually get a lot of free damage. Yeah, that whole blob is gone. Trolls run over these extra fanatical Night Goblins. You guys move it as one big blob too. Those squigs there need a hug. You stop moving. That way we get the expert charge defense. Send the trolls through the line. I'm gonna slow these squigs so even if they make it into combat, they're going nowhere else. So lessons learned: do not recruit the Plague Toads at all. At all. Heal up our doggos, they deserve it. And treats for the good boys. I think our hound dogs are in there in the middle of the orc boys there. Bad time. So that looks like a leadership break. Across the board. It's just the fanatical Night Goblins that are still fighting. There's 2 of them left. Get them, Festering Stooges. There goes one. Trying to act like Night Gobbo Slayers. And that's the fall of a Wah. We are going to want to quickly retreat and not recruit any more Toads ever again. A close victory. We did lose all of our Toads, but they failed me for the last time and were ejected out of the airlock post-haste. Fantastic amount of kills for our flies there. We definitely need to get some riders to upgrade these guys. Flies have proven themselves, the Toads have not. We'll go ahead and snag. Ooh, the replenishment is tempting. We need more infections.
Make weak with virus.
Enjoy that plague, and we eliminated the Wah army because we managed to take down the captain. If you deal with the captain that is in charge of the Wah, even if you fail the battle itself or if you lose, So this, whichever unit is considered the general for the Wa, that army then goes away.
Get at me.
That is going to be your strategy if you have no chance whatsoever of winning, or you don't think you do.
Move face fast!
I mean, that was a pretty good expeditionary attack. We lost our toads. We could just go only Beasts of Nurgle in this and come out on top pretty handily. The Angels of Decay are an exciting idea, so we'll grab them and then Uncle for Uncle for this force.
Obey!
Get some strong demons. Mission successful. Well done, everyone. Chest bumps all around.
Pox spreader!
Spit it out there, counter. Then I think we'll just grab the upgraded point into Spear Leech for zapping the likes of Grimgore. For Ludred, the Exalted Hero. We can make him a Gladiator, a Commander, or a Strategist, a Plague Feeder, a Toxic Trooper, or a Stench Ridden. He gets the Healing Spell. Having the Healing Spell sounds great. Less armor for everyone in the province, and he reflects damage back. Acid Blood. He becomes the Alien. I think I like the idea of Ludred the Alien. Then we'll make him Ludred the Alien that is also horrifyingly effective on the battlefield. As tempted as I am to try to recreate your voice line, it would explode your eardrums. So we'll come on out and grab Gruckmer. And I guess after we have him steel tech from the Tower of Torment, we'll then just circle back around to have him join up with the counter there. Remember, that's 2 dominance. We could buy more chariots. I'm definitely not going to. We could buy some throwing axe Intigores. Enables replenishment in enemy territory for Ezar Doombolt's current army. That is a great ability. And then for the other one is just enabling attrition. Okay, fair enough. We need to fight more Kislevites. Too bad we already dealt with Boris. He could not be trusted to be left alive. Researching technologies. We've actually done quite a bit here with Ketzak, surprisingly. Gruckmer, we are nowhere near. We just need to purchase chieftain units. And then looting. Okay. Sounds good to me. Check our province tab real fast, nothing to do. So that will be the turn.
We have no quarrel. Good.
In fact, we are best buddies. Join his war against the Legion of Chaos. It's going to make them mad at me. Fine. What kind of gold you bring into this bargain here? Not very much. So not today, sir. You were ignorant. Ooh, brain larva, my favorite. Her father wishes to know, or all to know his love, even those who have upset his friends. He has sent you a special maggot, which will burrow into the ear of whoever you choose, then gnaw at their brain. When enough damage is done, your target will look upon you more favorably. We could go send the maggot to the seat of power, grabbing more allegiance with the cool, or to a lowly servant, gaining more relations with the Yusek tribe. We'll just grab some more diplomatic relations. A jealous guardian. Wherever you go, it seems Ketzak Famirdrak follows close behind. Oh, he's creepy good. Desperate to ingratiate himself as your second in command. Attempting to worm his way into your confidences, Ketzak makes his opinion of Kaizak the Befouled clear. A fool, Ketzak claims, he deems too protective and much too small-minded to ever be worthy of your trust. Perhaps he has a point, or his words as empty as the desperate flattery he doles your way. The Mir is a trifling monstrosity not to be trusted over one of Nurgle's own. We already have max fealty with Kaizak, so we're going to side with the Mir. Even though, this is definitely not the right way. Constantly oversteps. He's a walking, like, fester. He is Nurgle's will incarnate, but we'll go ahead and side with Ketzak for the extra fealty. Hopefully that doesn't cause us any issues. Reichland has sealed away the Nemesis crown. Born from the cold and dead hands of its previous bearer, Emperor Karl Franz of Reichland, the Nemesis crown's corruption that seeps out in every direction. Proclaimed too dangerous to ever be put to use, it has been cast away instead, sealed beneath countless protections, so that its wickedness may never reappear. Except for here in a few turns. So I'm just going to continue to send Epideg on his way. Now he's got a Rotfly, he's twice as fast. Looks like Grimgor is going to choose to come back after us, or just run away instead. The plague is taking its toll. Which is Glorious Atan, also taking a little bit of damage from our plague. Hopefully Gersark doesn't get it himself. Wash your hands and you'll be fine. After there, we'll just pop out of the challenge stone, go into an ambush, see if we can't lure some of the greenskins in closer. No upgrades to be had on any of our settlements. Except over here in the Burning Monolith, where we will definitely snag more gold. More gold and more growth. We'll just keep raiding on through. I don't mind if jumping out to sea and grabbing this. Whatever this shipwreck might hold. Ruckmer, you snag some tech from our old enemies here. Well done. Only 2 dominance. But is that upgraded Ketzak's fealty? Ooh, almost. So 1 more tech and he'll be up to aligned, and then we can get some familiar with great weapons. Which, honestly, sundering and magical attacks are pretty good at even bringing down the likes of greater demons if you have a couple of them all working together. Alright, well that's going to be all the time I've got for today. I have been Space Wizard ToD War. Thank you all so much for stopping by the 6th part of our Tamurkhan campaign. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub throne. I'll see you all in the next one.